Give the gift of Rev Voice this Christmas. Rejoice with Rev Voice when you sign up and enter to win 12 days of giveaways, including a 2015 Jeep Wrangler from Bahamas Bus and Truck.
A teen reported missing last week is found dead on an isolated track road. New suspects in custody in connection with the shooting death of an off-duty police officer. A video allegedly shows the March discovery of those burned bodies on Anguilla Key. Plus, the opposition leader hits out at the Bank of the Bahamas Board of Directors. We've got those stories and more coming up tonight. I'm Dana Smith, and NB12 starts right now. Topping news tonight, a missing persons case has now turned into a murder investigation after the body of a teenage girl was found in a truck on a remote track road off Carmichael Road last night. The 17-year-old had been missing for nearly a week. Today, Commissioner of Police Ellison Greenslade said he believed the murder was no random act. He also confirmed a suspect has been taken into custody. Jasmine Brown has the details in this report.
Commenting on the teen's death today, the commissioner said he could not release many details on the matter as it's still an open investigation. However, he did say police do not believe it was a random act.
I do not feel from where I sit that this is a random event. I'm going to repeat that. I do not feel from where I sit that this is a random event.
The 17-year-old girl was missing since last Tuesday. According to her family, Darvanya Major of Bradley Street off McKinney Drive, Carmichael Road, was last seen alive around 11:15 p.m. on Bacardi Road, wearing long black pants and a long black shirt. Her family said she was catching a ride home with a man who was driving a white Ford F-150 truck when they were accosted by robbers. Family members said the robbers took the truck and drove off with her in it. Officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit discovered the white Ford F-150 a quarter mile through a track road that stretches from Gladstone Road to Carmichael Road. This morning, Greenslade confirmed the missing persons report was filed with police. He also defended how the force handled the case.
We did everything that we should have done subsequent to the initial report being made to us.
The commissioner added that the teen's murder was an incident that simply never should have happened.
We proffer our condolences to the family of the young victim, relatively young victim, and certainly it's something that should not have happened.
Police have given no motive or cause of death for the teen. Greenslade said it's too early to release that information as the matter is still in its early stages, and he did not want to compromise those investigations.
I want to be very careful not to disclose any evidence, except to say that I'm very satisfied that detectives are doing a good job this morning for us. We are still in the very early stages of the investigation, but we are satisfied that we're starting to put together the pieces of a puzzle.
According to Greenslade, a male suspect was arrested in connection with the matter Sunday night.
That person certainly was aware that we were going to find him at some point and has not made it easy for us to find him.
Major's murder brings the murder count for the year to 118, one shy of last year's count. Greenslade said he is confident that police are following the right leads and the case will be closed soon. Reporting for NB12, I'm Jasmine Brown.
The police commissioner also confirmed today that investigators have 2 men in custody for the murder of an off-duty police officer who was gunned down earlier this month. Sergeant Wayne Roll was shot and killed at Montrose Avenue and Durham Street on December 4th. Greenslade says the 2 suspects were taken into custody on Saturday after police executed search warrants at properties on Milton Street and Kwaku Street.
We are satisfied, having made those arrests, that we now have in our custody 2 adult Bahamian men who are assisting us very positively in the investigation into the death of the late Sergeant Wayne Rowe.
The mobile division officer was found slumped inside his Jeep. Police said a woman was sitting in the Jeep at the time of the shooting. Greenslade says based on evidence gathered over the weekend, police are confident they have a strong case and have already met with counsel from the Attorney General's office.
We are not groping in the dark. We have recovered evidence. We've recovered property. And we are satisfied that our investigation is now taking a deliberate direction, a positive, deliberate direction. We have consulted with the Office of the Attorney General, and I'm pleased to say that we now enjoy the full support today in this matter of the Attorney General's office.
Within hours of the fatal shooting of Sergeant Roll, police arrested a man who had recently been released on bail for a double murder earlier this year. According to Greenslade, that suspect has been cleared in the case.
In this instance, the young man that we had arrested initially, who was the subject of much gossip in terms of what might have happened, is in no way related in this latest arrest. We are not looking in that direction. There is no reason for us to go in that direction. There is nothing domestic, relationship-wise to this point that we are paying any attention to.
Well, a video making the rounds on social media this weekend shows a man discovering those 4 bodies that were found on Anguilla Key, burnt beyond recognition earlier this year. The Commissioner of Police was pressed by reporters this morning to finally give an update on the mysterious deaths that were never classified. Our Simone Davis also spoke with the man who made the video and the discovery.
Back in April of this year, police acknowledged the bodies of 3 men and 1 woman deserted on Anguilla Key after they had tires placed on top of their bodies as they were set on fire. A fisherman by the name of Hank Eldon made the discovery and described it as a gruesome sight as he recorded this video.
Dead bodies. God damn. 4 or 5 dead bodies. Another one here in the fire. Another little one over there curled up.
During an interview with NB12 this morning, Eldon said 2 days prior to his discovery, another fisherman discovered the decomposed bodies and burnt them because of the foul smell on the key.
It was like in the middle of February the same year, 2014. We were over in that area fishing, so we got over there late that evening and we anchored off of Anguilla Key, about 2 miles off. And we're smelling this strong scent, like this scent like baked ham. You know what I'm saying? Like a not an original scent, a really weird scent. They reported that the bodies was in such a condition when they found them that they had to burn them to control the disease, you know, the germs from spreading. The bodily fluids was all over the rocks and things, they was decaying.
Eldon said they reported the bodies to police, who then came a few days later to collect them. Since then, those deaths have not been classified, and police provided no updates on the matter. However, when asked about the bodies today, Commissioner of Police Allison Greenslade said police are still not certain exactly what took place on that key earlier this year. Although he did not classify the deaths, he said there is still an ongoing investigation on the matter.
Every report that is made to us in this country, we investigate. The matter of which you speak has been investigated. We today do not know who those remains are. There is a procedure, there is a process, and that process has been followed. A case file is put together. What evidence we can adduce is added to the file, and that file is then sent on to Her Majesty's coroner. I am very, very satisfied that we enjoy the full support and confidence of Her Majesty's coroner.
Referring to Eldon's videos on Facebook about the incident, Greenslade said social media is not the place to expose such situations. He said by doing that, it doesn't allow for police to properly do their jobs, and it can also put a stain on the country.
Social media is a difficult, complex place to play and to work. You can be very, very, very disadvantaged and certainly misled on that super information highway.
Greenslade told reporters that by January of next year, he would be able to provide reporters with a detailed update of the incident. Reporting for NB12, I'm Simone Davis.
A 23-year-old Yellow Elder man appeared in magistrate's court today, charged with the murder of 18-year-old Jaquan Roll, who was shot and killed after leaving his brother's funeral. It is alleged that on Saturday, December 13th, Chevron Stubbs murdered Roll and attempted to murder Ashton Dorsett. According to police reports on the incident in question, Roll was killed and his 14-year-old brother injured after assailants shot up the car they were in as they left their brother's funeral, who was murdered in another incident weeks earlier. Police say the brothers stopped at a traffic light at the intersection of Soldier Road and Prince Charles Drive when a gold Honda pulled in front of them. Two men exited that Honda, pulled masks over their faces, and began shooting. Stubbs, who was represented in court by attorney Ty Pinder and appeared before Chief Magistrate Joanne Ferguson Pratt, was not required to enter a plea for the charge and was not eligible for bail. He was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison and will return to court on February 16th for service of a voluntary bill of indictment.